Imagine this. You've got 20 years of experience, a track record of success, and you're at the top of your game. But suddenly, you're struggling to land interviews. And when you do, you're met with raised eyebrows and comments about culture fit. Sound familiar? If you're over 40 and your job hunting feels like you're fighting an invisible enemy, you're not alone. Ageism in the workplace is real. It's pervasive, and it's costing both workers and companies billions of dollars. But here's the kicker. There's a way to beat ageism, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to beat it, how to present yourself as an authority, and present yourself as an asset to any company lucky enough to invest in you. Stay tuned, because we're about to blow the lid off of one of the most underreported issues in today's job market. Trust me, as a person born in the ancient times of 1970s AD, I have seen my share of ageism in the workplace, not only as an HR manager, but also having experienced it myself firsthand. Whether you're 25 or 55, this affects you more than you think it does. The invisible barrier. Now let's set the scene. You've got a resume that reads like a who's who of industry achievements. You've weathered economic storms, led teams through crises, and have the kind of problem-solving skills that only come from years in the trenches. But suddenly, you're hitting a wall in your job search. Does this sound familiar? Well, you're not alone. A recent AARP study found that nearly 2 of 3 workers age 45 and older have seen or experienced age discrimination on the job. The subtle face of ageism. Ageism isn't always as blatant as someone telling you, sorry, we're looking for someone younger. No, it's often much more insidious. Let's break down some of the ways it shows up. The digital trap. Ever filled out an online application that forces you to enter your graduation year? That's not just for fun. It's often used as a sneaky way to estimate your age before you even get an interview. The overqualified excuse. This one's a classic. We are concerned you might be overqualified for this position. Translation, we think you're too old and therefore too expensive. The culture conundrum. We're looking for someone who fits our young, dynamic culture. Because apparently, being over 40 means you can't possibly be dynamic or adaptable, right? The tech bias. There's an assumption that if you didn't grow up with a smartphone in your hand, you must be confused by anything more complicated than email. Never mind that you've probably adapted to more technological changes in your career than most younger people have seen in their entire lifetimes. But here's where it gets really interesting, and where the oatmeal thickens. The great paradox. While companies are busy trying to weed out older applicants, they're simultaneously facing a massive brain drain. As baby boomers retire, organizations are losing decades of institutional knowledge, leadership experience, and client relationships. A study by the Society for Human Resource Management found that 36% of organizations consider the loss of talent due to retirement a problem or a crisis. Yet many of these same companies are hesitant to hire experienced workers who could fill this gap. So what gives? Why are companies shooting themselves in their own foot? The myths behind ageism. It all comes down to 3 big myths that have somehow become accepted as truth in many corporate circles. Older workers can't keep up with technology. This myth is so persistent, it's almost laughable. Let's break it down. The generation that's supposedly tech illiterate is the same one that invented personal computing, the internet, and smartphones. A Dropbox study found that workers over 55 are actually less likely than their younger colleagues to find using tech in the workplace stressful. Many older workers are not just adapting to new tech, they're often the ones training younger employees on how to use complex systems effectively in a business context. They're too expensive. This short-sighted view ignores several crucial factors. While experienced workers may command higher salaries, they often bring efficiency and problem-solving skills that more than make up for their cost. The cost of constantly recruiting and training new employees due to high turnover among younger workers can far exceed the salary differences. Experienced workers often have established networks and industry relationships that can bring immense value to a company. They won't fit into our fast-paced, innovative culture. This myth is perhaps the most damaging and the least grounded in reality. Innovation doesn't have an age limit. Some of the world's most groundbreaking inventions and business ideas have come from people in their 40s, 50s, and beyond. A fast-paced environment often benefits from the calm, steady hand of experience to guide it. Diverse teams, including age diversity, have been shown to be more innovative and productive than homogeneous ones. But here's the unexpected turn on this. The business case for age diversity. Smart companies are waking up to the fact that age diversity isn't just the right thing to do, it's a competitive advantage. Let's break down why. Knowledge retention equals company growth. When older employees leave, years of institutional legacy knowledge walks out the door with them. This knowledge isn't just about how things were done in the past, it's about understanding industry cycles, client relationships, and how to navigate complex business challenges. challenges. Companies that retain and value this knowledge are better positioned to innovate and grow in the future. Leadership and stability. Experienced employees often bring a level of emotional intelligence and crisis management skills that are invaluable in today's volatile business environment. They can serve as mentors to younger employees, accelerating their professional development. In times of crisis or rapid change, their steady hand and perspective can be the difference between panic or productive action. Multi-generational teams perform better. A Boston Consulting Group study found that companies with above-average diversity in their management teams, including age diversity, reported innovation revenue 19 percentage points higher than companies with below-average leadership diversity. Different generations bring different perspectives, leading to more well-rounded decision-making and problem-solving. Customer connection. As the population ages, having employees who understand and can connect with older customers becomes increasingly important. In industries like healthcare, finance, and professional services, customers often prefer to work with experienced professionals. Long-term cost savings. While older workers may have higher salaries, they often stay with companies longer, reducing turnover costs. Their experience can help avoid costly mistakes and improve efficiency. Beating ageism. Strategies for success. Whether you're facing ageism in your job search or you want to future-proof your career, here are some powerful strategies. Embrace lifelong learning. Adopt a student mindset. Continuously update your skills, especially in technology. Highlight recent training or certifications on your resume and in interviews. Leverage your experience. Don't hide your age.
Own it.
Your experience is an asset. It's not a liability.
Frame it that way.
Use storytelling in interviews to demonstrate how your experience solves real business problems in today's business world. Be exceptionally strategic in your networking. Many jobs are filled through networking, especially at higher levels. Engage with professional associations, alumni groups, and industry events. Consider alternative work arrangements. Freelancing, consulting, or part-time work can be great ways to showcase your skills and potentially transition into full-time roles. And stay current. Keep up with industry trends and news. Show that the knowledge you have in your brain is not just legacy, but current and relevant. Be active on professional social media platforms like LinkedIn. Focus on results. In your resume and interviews, emphasize recent achievements and how you can add value today. Be flexible. Show that you're open to new ideas and ways of working. Demonstrate your ability to work well with diverse teams. The bigger picture, why this matters for everyone. Now, if you're under 35, you're thinking, okay, but how does this affect me? Listen up. This isn't just about older workers. It's about creating workplaces that value all employees and leverage the power of diverse perspectives. You'll benefit from mentorship and knowledge transfer from experienced colleagues. You'll work in more innovative and productive teams. And let's face it, you'll be over 40 someday too. The changes we make now will shape the workplace you'll inhabit in the future. Look, ageism is real, but it's not insurmountable. Your experience, your knowledge, and your skills are assets, not liabilities. The key is to position yourself effectively and target companies that understand the value of age diversity. And to employers watching this, if you're overlooking experienced workers, you're leaving money, knowledge, and competitive advantage on the table. It's time to rethink your hiring and retention strategies.
Seriously?
Seriously. Remember, age diversity isn't just good for employees, it's great for business. Let's create workplaces where all generations can thrive together. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you faced ageism in your career? Employers, how are you leveraging the power of experienced workers? Drop a comment below and let's keep this important conversation going. Until next time, like if you like, sub if you sub, and share if you share. I'm Thrive. Bye.